Hello. We continue working on our sleeve, and I'm going to just open it that. So the first thing you need to do is to understand what the construction of the sleeve. So if you see that side, this is our top sleeve. And the reason it's a shape like that, because it goes over your shoulders. So in order to accommodate the shoulders, you need extra fabric. Whereas under sleeve, that's under sleeve here, is actually reduces the amount of the fabric because it goes under arm. And in order to make sure it doesn't have enough, it doesn't have too much fabric, we cut the fabric away. Okay, so you need to remember is top sleeve, which is I put letter T for you to understand, and this one is under sleeve. So I put U. Exactly the same. We're going to, if you're following those one and the phone, so I can just mark, which is easier with my cuff. So if we put T where the top sleeve and put under sleeve with U. So it's very, very important to identify that. And the reason it's important, because we're going to work now on the cuff. Particularly, we're going to work on your placket. With the cuff, an actual pattern, if you look the pattern, so we have extra fabric here for the placket because our cuff will be have an opening in our cuff. So it's very, very important to have that. So that's the reason that you see that extra similars and extra fabric we have on each side. So if we go looking under sleeve, I would like you to fold it, you need to fold it your seam allowance and following your tailor stocking, which should be following your, the linen, should follow your tailor stocking as well. So you make sure your linen it's not folded because otherwise it will create extra thickness. So you folded your seam allowance, this is your seam allowance, you fold them over and I would like you to pin that. So you pin that on the sleeve. Okay, so it's very important that you following these instructions precisely. Just will be easier for you, otherwise it will make confusion. So now on our side, I already shaded the position of the placket. So if I just do it more brightly, maybe so you can see. So it's between your tailor stocking. So it's exactly what we have here on our part. Okay, so that part, and we tailor stock both these lines. Okay, so as you see here, see that? So we have two tailors stocking on our calf, which is important. Now I shaded that, and we're following the second line, which is in line with your seam allowance. Can you see that? That's quite important. Yeah, in line with your seam allowance. So I'm going to fold it over on that second line. So all my placket will be inside the calf. Okay, that's important for you to do that. It will make sense, you know, when we put all together, it will actually make sense. So I'm going to pin that together. The next part, I will advise you to iron just the edge of your placket, sorry, of your placket. So like that, one side, and then do exactly the same as it. The reason is we do that just only on the, so don't go over your pins, just next to that, just to create the creased line. And the reason is because those lines will going to be like a guideline for you, will helps you. Now, the next part I would like you to fold is your cuff hem, okay? So now you have to be careful. If your linen goes over your tailor stocking, then you need to trim your linen because unless obviously some kind of alterations you need to do. Otherwise, you know, you need to pin it on, trim it along your tailor stocking, and then you need to fold your hem over like that, following your tailor's tucking. So it's very important, again, you do that, because otherwise you will change shape and size of the calf, and you don't want to do that. Okay, so you folded that over, continue pinning. So we're just going to pin it on both sides like this. So nicely, yeah, following my, and again, I'm going to press that line. Again, it's going to be like a guideline for me in the beginning. Just a little bit, not too harsh on that. So just to create, so you can identify your lines. Then you take it off. Take it off here. Okay, now I'm going to show you the trick, which is I really like doing that way. And it creates really nice corners on the calves. It's more modern way of doing it. So you fold it like that, which is, you know, it's not true, but I still prefer that way because it really looks nice and doesn't show all the other hand stitchings. So now you create a crease here and you create a crease on the back. So in that corner here, so I would like you to fold that over. So you meet that corner, okay? So you will have creased line, which is, I'm just going to mark that creased line. So from your ironing, you will have your creased lines there, okay? So, and here, here, so it's like the cross, okay? So you see, when you take it off, you will see the creased lines like a cross here, okay? So you folded that, so you've got the point, you've got the corner where your placket finished, and you fold it over, matching those creasing lines and that creasing lines with your other creasing lines, okay? So your point is still here, so it's very, very important you know that. Okay, so I'm going to fold it, pin it down. So now, next part, I'm going to actually press that to create nice line. And then on that crease line, where we already have, I fold in that side and put my pin to hold it. And I do exactly the same, so I'm just going to take that off. I'm going to do exactly the same this side, okay? And if you fold it accurately, they should meet together like that. But it's called like envelope fold, okay? So which is, I really like doing that because it just creates a lovely, really lovely finish. And they should be meeting to each other like that. Okay, that's perfect. Okay. Before I finalize this one, I'm going to do another side because I may have to tweak a little bit of that corner or position of that corner, make it slightly longer or slightly angled, you know, change slightly angle. So I'm going to do similar to this side. Okay, so just take it off. So now if you look, I've got the creased lines, so it's like a cross, both sides, like a cross. And now this one is much easier. You've got your point, which is your linen, yeah, here. So you've got your point. So now you fold on that point like that. So you will see your other crease lines on this side like that. So you can see them, which you need to match them with your crease line from here and there. Going to put pin. Then fold that over that side. And then just going to slightly steam here so it's not too, otherwise it goes sometimes the wrong direction. So now it's much flatter. So fold now that to create the envelope shape. Okay, so I'm going to pin that, and I'm going to bring closer to the camera. You can see what I mean. So one is that side, and then pin this side. Okay, so if I just bring it closer, you can see in the camera what I mean. Okay. So that you will have a seam here, like that. Can you see that? Yeah. So that's one side, and then is going to be that side here, like that. So it's identical. So one is more with more fabric, and another side is less. So like that. Okay. Before we do anything, so just going to pin along my hem line, like that. So before I tack, because we need to tack that, before I tack, I'm going to fold it in half, and I'm going to check, make sure it's identical. Okay, so the identical length. Okay, so I think that side is slightly bigger, so I need to redirect that and fold it slightly more. But the most important, so if I fold it, because that's how it will happen, you see my seams here, that will go and sit on top of that. So that is actually, can you see that? That's a really big difference in that. So I'm going to undo it and repin it. And that's what I said, it's very important. Before we do anything, you have to check that. So now I'm going to undo it and make it even. So I'm going to take a little bit here and let it out here. Actually, I can see where I folded wrongly. And that way, that's need to be both the same, because that's where they're going to be opening, is like that. So that's what I'm going to do, and I will show you the final result in the next session, and how to actually finish permanently your seams. Okay, see you later. Bye.